go. What does it take to stay relevant, impactful, and passionate in an industry that's constantly changing?
Well, our guest today has spent decades helping shape the fitness industry, educating thousands of professionals and inspiring countless lives through movement.
While many people come and go in fitness, Jeffrey Scott has continued to evolve. He's continued to lead and serve at the highest level.
And today we're exploring what it takes to build a career that lasts and the lessons he's learned along the way.
Mm.
How's your voice doing?
I taught 3 classes yesterday because Mr. Glick had to have a meeting.
That Mr.
So I
Glick.
covered for me and him.
Jeez, oh man.
I had no voice yesterday. This is actually better. There's this new reformer format that he created for a lifetime called CTR. And part of the brand is that the music is at crazy, unsafe decibels.
Got it.
And so my voice was shot. But it's sexy, right?
It's
kind
so
of raspy,
sexy.
that last little bit.
Especially that last little bit.
Yeah.
The lessons he's learned along the way.
It did have a little Darth Vader edge to it,
Right?
Which,
Yeah, well,
I'm a big fan.
It's Darth Vader, Jason Statham kind of flavor.
As long as it's not Jason from the Halloween movie.
Yeah, that would be good. So that's the hook. Everything sound okay? Are you happy with it?
I'm great. Yep.
Okay.
Fantastic. So here goes. Meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
All right. The fitness industry is filled with trends. Programs, again, they come, they go. Workouts evolve. Technology changes, right?
It definitely does. More so lately than ever before.
Right.
But every once in a while, you meet someone whose impact transcends all the trends.
Mhm.
And Jeffrey Scott is one of those people. For decades, Jeffrey has been helping fitness professionals grow their careers, elevate their teaching, and discover the power of authentic leadership.
Yes, he's witnessed the evolution of fitness firsthand, from aerobics and step classes to today's
I remember
digital,
those.
right, and hybrid fitness landscape.
But perhaps what's most impressive isn't how long he's been in the industry.
Mhm.
It's that he continues to show up with the same passion, curiosity, and commitment to helping others succeed.
Yes, today we're diving into the stories, the lessons, challenges, and of course, the wisdom that comes from dedicating a lifetime to movement, education, and service. We are so excited to have Jeffrey Scott here. Jeffrey, what's up?
Yay.
You guys, I literally welled up with tears just now. Thank you so much. I don't want to cry during this thing.
You can cry, let it out.
Don't cry, don't
There's
cry.
crying in fitness, just not in baseball.
I'm a Cancer, so I'm a very emotional guy. So things like
Yes.
this, yeah, absolutely. My birthday is like 7/7. It's coming up.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Oh, yes. And we're Pisces, so we say bring the emotion on.
Yes, let it happen.
Yeah, that's why we all get along so well. We're perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. I just adore you both. I love what you're doing with this platform. It brings me joy that you're sharing your knowledge and you're bringing incredible people onto this platform to share their knowledge. Because, as I mentioned before, I feel like group fitness, teaching group fitness is a dying art. And I feel like things like this are more important now than ever before. So I look forward to our conversation and I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, thank you so much,
Yes,
Jeffrey.
thank you.
Really appreciate it. And we're so thankful that you took some time out of your day to be able to have a conversation with us because we know it's going to impact the community that we're here to serve.
100%.
So we have some questions for you. You up for it?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. So first things first, if you would take us back to the beginning, how did you get started in the fitness industry? What made you love it? And then if you could fast forward and let us know, why do you still love it today?
Absolutely. So I am back from the 1900s when I was literally, right? I'll give you a quick synopsis. So I started teaching here in LA, personal training, moved to Chicago in 1994, became a group fitness manager for a small club called the Sweat Shop on the corner of Broadway and Belmont. And then I was there for about a year. And if you ever live in Chicago, I just needed one winter there to know that I needed to get out.
Right.
New York City. And that was really where my career began in New York City. I went to the city. I got a job at Equinox on 19th Street. Molly Fox hired me. I got a job at the Chelsea Pier Sports Center, which was probably the most pivotal moment in my entire career. This is working emotional because I met John Giswold. And John Giswold was one of the greatest humans I've ever met, and he
Yep.
took me under his wing and provided guidance and mentorship for me in 1997, I think it was. It was also when Body Pump first came to the U.
Mm. Wow.
And he, Molly Fox, Carrie Anderson, Andre Houlet, like all the greats, the GOATs, they were all part of this brand new team that was launching Body Pump in the US. And I was John's mentee, and I learned how to become a presenter. Thank you, Emma Barry and Steve Renata and that entire
Wow.
team. And they taught me how to be, a presenter. And I remember my very first conference was ECA 1997,
Mm.
teaching Body Pump on stage and just thinking, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. Because it's something I wanted. I got into the industry really, with step. Step to me going up, up, down, down on a plastic box to music was just like, ah. I love movement. I love music. And to combine those two things together, and if you've ever taught step,
Yeah.
there's something that you cannot put into words when you do it one more time from the top and you save your very best song and everyone in
Yeah.
the room's got it and you're like,
Yes.
oh, wow.
Magical.
And everyone's clapping at the end and cheering.
Yes, there's nothing like it. And we don't have that anymore. Like it's
Yeah.
very few formats that still provide that kind of energy. And anyway, going back, so I was with Les Mills and Body Pump, and I was living in New York City, and that was just the very beginning of Reebok University.
Mm.
So living in New York, John Giswold, I became instant friends with people like Petra Kolber and Lisa Wheeler, and they were all already on the Reebok team. So I worked really, really hard, and I auditioned and was given an opportunity to be one of their new trainers. So I left Body Pump, I went to work for Reebok, and that's where my whole career just really took off.
Mm.
Reebok master trainer, I learned so much because of people like Jim Miller and Dr. Peter Francis and Robert Sherman and just this incredible, incredible group of humans that all came together for one common reason, and that was to help educate trainers and instructors globally.
Mm.
I mean, what an incredible education I had being a part of that team.
Mm.
And I worked hard. I showed up. I was always early, last one to leave, and I slowly became, this international presenter. And I've always knew I loved education. Education to me has been my through line. It's been my life's work. And to be able to do that with a company like Reebok, and at that time, I mean, I know you guys all remember that time. It was just magic. Our
Mm.
industry
Yep.
magic back
Mhm.
then. And I did that for a very long period of time. And then I got other side contracts with Schwinn. I got to work with the incredible Jay Blahnik and Jules Arney, who to this day, I love them both so much and thank them so much for the opportunities they gave me. And, working with 24 Hour Fitness as their corporate person who developed all the education for the expeditions, which I know you guys some
Yep.
of them.
Yeah.
Went to work for Equinox in their corporate office and developed programming for them. And up until about 7 years ago, when BODi approached me, Beachbody, and offered me a position I couldn't deny, then I left all of that and went to work for Beachbody. So that's sort of my career in a very short period of time. But the reason I really got into the industry was just because I love making a difference.
Mm.
I love lighting up a room, and you guys understand what that feels like, right? I mean, like, in that moment when you're connecting with your team. And to me, that's the biggest gift in my entire life, is knowing when I'm in the pocket and things are going really, really well and the music's right and the movement's right. And you just know, like, you've created an environment where people are having a really great time, they're exercising. And that is something that I continue to try to replicate whenever I'm in that room, is just, creating that magic and hopefully making a difference in just one person's life.
Yes. In flow.
Yes. Love that flow. We love the flow state.
Yes.
It is.
Awesome.
It is. Even now, I still teach cycle, and I do it's called Metcon 3, a strength training class in the main studio. But when I'm putting my playlist together from my cycling class, like, I'm thinking about every detail, every high, every low, the lights, like all of it. I just trying to create something special, especially now. And I always start my class out every Saturday morning, 8:30, by saying, I know right now it's tough. Things are tough. But for the next 50 minutes, You are in a safe place. There's
Mm.
nothing outside these four walls matters right now. It is inclusive. It is full of love. We are here to support each other and have a great workout. And we do, and we do. And I try to
Mm,
make sure that I create a special environment for all those people every Saturday morning.
I
And
love that.
yeah, still get excited, still get nervous, all those things.
Love it.
Amazing.
Way more than just a class. You create an
Definitely
experience. That's what it's all about.
I do. I really, really try to. I think it's important.
Yes.
That's why you are who you are.
Yep. I love it.
So I'm sure you have many, you probably have just a whole library, a plethora of stories, but what's just if we had to kind of distill it down to one, Jeffrey, what would be one unforgettable moment that you can share from your journey? Maybe like a goosebump story, maybe like a hilarious mishap, or that time a participant completely changed your perspective.
There might be more than one, but
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
one that stands out to me as a moment that was pinnacle, and I will never forget it, was about 8 years ago. I was teaching for Cycle for Survival, which is a rare cancer research organization with Memorial Sloan Kettering that partners with Equinox. And every year they close down Equinoxes and they do these big events to raise money for rare cancer research. And 100% of the money goes to the research.
Oh, good.
And we were doing this event in Times Square.
Mm.
And it was, I was with JJ Hendershot Saylor, who was my partner in crime on stage. And we had been on the stage before, but we were the last two up, and the sun was setting. And Times Square started to flood with people. And, all the lights were going crazy, and there were so many people, and the music was it was just such a special moment. And I remember I closed the set with a really fun song that was a sing-along song, and just the amount of people, not just in the event, but around that were participating. And then it ended with this thunderous applause. I just remember going, who gets to do this?
rock starring it out in Times Square.
This crazy little kid from Cleveland, Ohio, like I am on this huge stage in the middle of Times Square, motivating hundreds of people. And it was just this incredible teaching moment. Like I was just riddled with gratitude, like how lucky that I was able to experience that, because not many people in the world ever will or ever could. And so that is one of my big goosebump moments.
I get goosebumps hearing you tell it, because you could just, I'm sure, feel the impact of all those people in that one moment.
Mhm.
Oh, it was crazy. And to this day, like it just, one of my fondest teaching moments of all time.
That's so cool.
That is awesome. Unforgettable. I love how you painted the picture of the sun going down and the lights and the energy.
That was it too. It was like, wow, it was just so cool.
That's awesome.
That was definitely one of the tops. One of the tops. Yeah.
So Jeffrey, it's clear that your hope is always to inspire others. You always say like to even impact that one person, but you inspire so many. But the question then is, how do you stay inspired? Like, how do you stay inspired to continue teaching and training and educating and managing and such with the passion and intention that you do?
And your energy too.
Yeah, big time.
I do have a lot of energy, and a lot of it's just because I exercise, right? So what keeps me going is I love what I do. I hate to be so cliche, but it's like, I just love that I get to do this for a living and that I made a career out of it, right? I mean, I would never have thought 30 years ago, going up, up, down, down in a plastic box, that I would have the career that I have now.
My friend, no one thought we could. I remember my father was like, you're going to pay rent by teaching aerobics? Are you kidding? Nobody believed that we could do something like what we do.
Look at us now. It's what a gift. What a gift to be able to do what you love. Because I have so many friends, and I know you have friends too, like 4 years of college, 6 years of college, are doing a job that they hate, a paycheck. And I'm like, even today, like there's good days and bad days, don't get me wrong, everything's not perfect, but I still get excited to go to work because I have the best team and I love what I get to do for a living. And so that's really what keeps me going. And I did take some time off of teaching during COVID. I stopped teaching, and then I went back about a year and a half ago to Equinox because I missed it so much. I didn't do it for the money. I just did it because I really love to teach. And I landed like in this Saturday morning spot with my people. And I know you guys understand when it's like when you know you've got your people in the room. So for me, everyone in the rooms, everyone from 20 into their 70s. It's like a huge just age difference. But I'm known for like dropping at least two really good 80s songs in every.
Yes.
And I know that, I'm like, where are my people at? And they all hoot and holler because I know that 80s song is coming next.
Yeah.
And so I've attracted this really incredible group that, feeds me as much as I try to inspire them, with their gratitude and just showing up every week. And so that's really, that's what keeps me going, is that I just freaking love what I do. I'm so blessed.
Awesome.
So cool.
I love how you started it by saying you get to.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do this, right?
Like, I mean, it's true. It's choice. And I get to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just the luckiest guy. Yep,
Yeah.
still.
So cool.
Love that.
It's powerful.
It is. And you kind of hinted, and this is the next question, you hinted into, just this idea that not every day is perfect. We do have our challenges, right? Being a fitness professional, just in general, it is not easy. There's a lot of preparation. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of thinking and emotion that goes into every single class that we go into. What's been one of your biggest challenges, and how did you overcome it?
Challenges. That's a good one. Technology has been one of my, not currently, but I know in my career, I remember, oh my gosh, this is a funny story. So there was a thing called The Pursuit by Equinox. And I was one of the lead developers on it. And basically what it did, it was all based in technology. They spent millions of dollars on it. And we were able to take the console on all of our bikes and put it through a system that took every bike's information, gave you your own icon on a big screen behind the teacher, and we could play games. And your circle was reflective to how hard you were working. The more power you created, the brighter it would burn, or the larger it would get, or there were various, depending upon the game, reactions to your performance. And I remember we had spent months developing it. And then we had this really big opening night.
Uh-oh.
Equinox Soho, and like they had all these things flashing on the outside of the building, and media was there, all the top people, the CEO, CF, all the C's, influencers. It was a really big deal. And I remember getting there, and it was go time, and we're in the room, and it's just standing room only, and all these people on the bikes, and we fire up the system, and I was on, right? You just turn on. I'm like, I've got this. I was ready. I thought I was ready. So the week goes great. The first game goes great. And mind you, the CEO's in the front row. And then after the first game, the whole system stopped working.
Oh, no.
I am the only person on the mic in front of the room. And I remember Lisa Wheeler. Right down the middle in the back row. And I caught her eye. She mouthed, "You've got this." Luckily, the universe, there was a song that was a perfect 30-30. And when you are faced with adversity, I always say teeth and eyes, keep them right here, and they're not going to think about anything else that's going on. My bike, I put everybody in I started doing A and B intervals, and people high-fiving each other, and like just everything but jazz hands. And just be a part of what was going on. And I did that for 2 songs, and suddenly the system came back up, and I went right back as if nothing ever happened. And even though the system went down. But it's those moments, right, where the microphone goes out, the sound system goes out, your timer isn't working, there isn't enough equipment in the room. Like we've all been through that. And I still said, I had a teacher like a couple weeks ago without a microphone. Oh. You guys know what that's like. I'm sorry, my thing is auto.
Oh, it's all good. He's got his own cameraman.
Yeah. A little itty bitty cameraman.
Excuse me. So, but it's like in those moments, luckily I had the tools to understand like how to pivot quick and how to keep your engagement. And I feel like the newer generation may not, I don't know. It's a skill set that you learn having gone through so many adverse situations, like a microphone going out or the system going down or whatever it might be. And, I'm a firm believer in that the 90-10 rule where it's 90% how you handle it and 10% what happened to you, right? So
Most definitely.
you always have a choice in those moments. You either give in and be like, WTF, what's going on?
Yeah.
You complain, or you're like, the show goes on.
Yeah.
I got a microphone. I've got my body. I can continue to work this class and do whatever I can to keep them fully engaged and doing what I want them to do. And just know that, in the end, it's jumping jacks and push-ups. Right? You're riding a one-wheel bike that goes nowhere. Like, we're not curing world hunger here. Like, keep it in perspective, people. Like,
Right.
a group fitness class. And although I do give it so much energy, I also have perspective in the fact that, in the big picture, it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
And, in that 90% in that choice of whether you want to go down the rabbit hole of like, woe is me, or let's make the best of this. I always choose, let's make the best of this, because what other, the other path isn't an option for me. It just isn't, right? So you choose to keep your chin up and your chest out and a smile on your face, and you finish that class as if nothing went wrong, and then you move on with the rest of your day. Yeah. So, it isn't always easy. Things happen, challenges happen, they still happen. Our challenges have changed over the years. As a presenter, sometimes your keynote wouldn't work or the system wouldn't. And as a teacher and a manager, like the systems and people wouldn't show up for class, you're like, those kind of things. And now as an executive for Beachbody or for BODi, I have different challenges that I have to overcome. But I will say that even in this environment, the things I've learned in my career as a teacher has prepared me for the things I have to overcome now. And still to this day, my team is often like, you handled that really well. And I'm like, I don't, you don't have to react. It's you have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be the person who's looking for the solve, not the person who wants to talk about the problem. So that's
100.
Love that. Boom.
Yeah.
I love about the story that you share, because not only, you said that skill of managing adversity is something that everyone can learn. However, you also leaned into a lot of skills you had before technology was ever part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And so I think one of the things missing in the world of group fitness are the people willing to put in the time and energy, our two most precious assets, into developing the skills that are beyond technology, that are all about human connection.
Yeah.
And being able to create a great experience through that connection without relying on, the other bells and whistles that are also wonderful, the lights and the music and all that fun stuff. But, when you get down to it, I think what people really crave, especially since COVID, that we offer in group fitness, we've even done episodes about it, is that connection. And so you were able to still show up and let that live on the forefront. And I'm sure it was probably the best class of their lives.
I know.
It's awesome.
The most important thing, people want to be seen.
Yeah.
Like, the people want to be seen. And I think it's important to this day. Like, I don't teach with my face in the mirror. I put my back to the mirror and I look people in their eye. And I try to learn one name a week. I'm terrible with it, but I've actually gotten better as I've gotten older. I'm always trying to call people out by their name, and I walk around the room and I always fist pump, and because it's not about me. I'm just the guide. I'm just guiding everybody through this experience. But I want people to leave knowing that they were seen and that they were taken care of. And they know that then when they show up from my class, that they're going to have that experience consistently, because that's really important to me as a teacher. And I look back and I learned those skills from all of you and all the people that we have all, grew up with in this industry. And we've learned so much, and sitting in conferences and hearing people speak and that's one thing I find might be a little bit challenging for this generation, is that we were part of the industry when the industry, like, let's be honest, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, idea was booming, and us CWs were booming, and we were all over the place, and we were teaching and presenting, and people showed up.
Yep.
A lot of these skills are difficult to learn over virtual learning. You have to be in the room with someone to be like, wow, they are incredible. Like, I want to be like them. I want to take what they just did and apply it tomorrow morning when I'm teaching. Some of that for me, which I think you guys are providing in this platform, which I think is genius. We don't really have that anymore because conferences are kind of dead. It's like people aren't showing up. And that makes me sad. It really makes me sad.
Yeah.
The industry sort of shifted that direction.
Yeah. Well,
don't lose hope.
Yeah. Do not lose hope. Life works in cycles, right?
That's right.
I'm totally great. And it'll all come back.
Yeah. There's three lessons that I got out of your story, the Equinox story. Your story was amazing. Three things that I love. And I grew up in the entertainment industry. One of the things I've never heard before in the entertainment industry was teeth and eyes.
I love that.
Right here.
All right. I love that. And then, the show must go on. Absolutely. Right. You can either get weaker or you can get stronger, is one of the things my mentor always said. You have a choice. Either way, you're going to be paying the price. One or the other ways, no matter what. And the third thing that you shared, I loved. A lot of people don't get this. You have a plan. You have the blueprint through, with the journey that you're going to take people through. They don't know what that journey is going to look like. So there's a saying that goes, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So, people don't know, what the plan is. They're just happy to be there and to have you lead them through that journey. And so if we can kind of just kind of stop making ourselves, like you said, the issue, because we are just the guides. I love the way that you said that.
And if we need to be flexible with the plan, they'll never know.
Exactly.
100%. One thing as a manager, I always wanted to instill in people is as the teacher, I'm the least important person. I've got the plan and I've got it all. I am the least important person in the room. And that's, something that just, I think is important, because it just sort of takes a little bit of the pressure off for instructors too. And just to get out there and facilitate the best experience you can. And just always, and also from a place of sincerity, right? I've been in rooms with people and, they stare at themselves 99% of the time in the mirror. And I feel like I'm completely unseen in that room. And I use those examples to help me to carve out what I want to do when I'm in that room and I'm in the front. Everything what not to do to actually help me to be the best teacher I can be. So it's a very interesting time. And I'm again, just keep saying how lucky I am to still be doing it.
Well, you have had an incredible run and a wonderful lifelong career, but you're not done yet.
Still going strong.
We want to talk legacy. So fast forward 20 years, what impact do you hope that your career leaves behind? What do you hope that your students, your clients, your participants, your employees, what do you hope that they look back and say about the experience they had with you?
I would say the most, the overarching thing is I hope I made a difference. Just what I hope my legacy is, even in just one person's life. And I would say that, and I tell this to certain people now, and we all have mentees, right? We all have people that we have seen the potential in. And I know what John did for me. I hope to do that for others in my career as well. So my legacy is them. And I won't give a list of names, but they know who they are. And, Lisa Wheeler taught me something very profound. And she's like, never take a step forward in your career without reaching back and taking some. So I have really tried to help. I wouldn't say help. I would say I provided opportunity, because I didn't, opportunity, you got to show up and do the work. I can just open the door for you and say, hey, I've got an opportunity for you, but they have to show up, do the work to actually hold that space. And that's my legacy, is all of my mentees that I've mentored over the last several decades, that they continue to strive or thrive, I should say. And that I really hope that they continue to do the same thing, where as they move forward in their career, they reach back and pull somebody forward with them, because that's what it's all about, and that is what I hope my legacy will be in this industry.
That's beautiful.
Fantastic. So you're highly music driven. Saw the guitar back there, Jeffrey. So right now, you mentioned, you've got to pop in a couple 80s tracks in your class. So what is your go-to pump up song right now? If you had to say, this is it, this is the one that inspires me, gets me fired up, or you got two, that's even better.
Take it.
Because I'm putting my list together and I just went through a whole bunch of brand new music, and I like these two. I literally have goosebumps because I'm so excited to teach to these songs tomorrow. The first song is called Like, Like, Jenny, Jennie, Like Jenny. And it's by an artist named Jenny. And
Oh, it's a
I'm
K-pop
using
song.
the Peggy Goo Gou remix, and it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music. So like Jenny, that's the first one, and the other one is Came Here for Love, and that's the
Oh,
Calvo remix, and that is Sigala, Sigala, and Alaya. I'll spell the last name Eyre. So like Jenny and Came Here for Love, those
okay.
two. Ah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna raise the roof tomorrow morning, 8:30. If you guys want to come, Westlake
Oh,
Village,
I
let's
love it.
go. I'll save a bike for you.
That's incredible.
Fantastic.
I love it. Oh, I can't wait to look those songs up.
I know.
That's so cool.
You're going to light it up.
We'll definitely share those songs as part of the show notes for sure. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Well, I would say, one of the biggest takeaways from our conversation today is that longevity, it doesn't happen by accident.
Nope.
It comes from continued learning and growth and continuing to be of service and finding fulfillment in that, making a positive difference in people's lives. And Jeffrey, I cannot thank you enough for doing that for the industry that we all love so dearly, and for sitting here with us today to share a bit about you and your story.
100. Yeah. And, Jeffrey's journey reminds us that success is not measured only by how many classes we teach or how many clients we train or how many certifications we've earned. It's measured by the lives we impact along the way. And so
That's right.
thank you, Jeffrey.
That is it.
Yes. So whether you are a brand new instructor or a seasoned fitness professional, or maybe someone just looking for inspiration, there is something powerful committed to the long game
Yep.
and being of service to others and just wanting to make that positive impact along the way.
For sure. So Jeffrey, where can people find you? What's the latest project that you're working on? How can they connect with you, whether social media, email?
Jeffrey Scott Fit for both for Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. Projects that I'm working on. Well, I work for BODi, so I develop fitness programming for them, and we just relaunched P90X, which is super exciting. I'm so proud of that project, and Waz Ashayer is incredible. We just did another great booty program, which is it's already getting so much great feedback, which I'm super excited. I got some other things in the works, which I can't talk about, of course.
Sure.
Company, but I'm like a little kid in a candy store. Like the things that we're working on right now are so exciting, and again, I just keep pinching myself that I get to do this for a living, and this is my job. Still teaching. You can find me at 8:30 and 9:30 in the morning at Equinox in Westlake Village. Come take Cycle Beats or Metcon 3. And to anyone who's brand new, God, just do the work and don't ever think that you're done. Because I think that people like us, I think part of our longevity is that we've never stopped learning. I still read all the time. Luckily for my job, I do a lot of research, and I get a great research study, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this. This is great information. I'm going to share it with somebody. For me, a pet peeve of mine in the industry is when someone does a certification 20 years ago and think they know it.
Yeah.
And here we are 20 years later, they're doing the same class they taught 20 years ago. It's like, sweetie, come on. The one thing about this industry that is consistent is that it's constantly changing.
Evolution.
Yep.
Science is changing. Like you've got to stay on top of it to stay relevant.
Yeah.
So, find that niche, that one or two things that you love to teach and become an expert in it. Don't be an expert in everything. Don't be a jack of all trades, because you dilute everything. But if for longevity, find your niche and just become the expert in that niche. And I promise you, if you continue to show up with passion and care about what you're doing, you will have a career in the industry.
Love it.
That's
Love
awesome.
it. Great session today with you. We so appreciate you sharing your knowledge. And if you're listening or if you're watching, we'd love to hear from you. What's one lesson that you learned from a mentor, a coach, or instructor, or Jeffrey right here today that is staying with you? We would love to know about it. You can email us, comment, just reach out to us one way or another.
Yep.
Reach out to Jeffrey.
Yes. Jeffrey Scott Fit.
Okay.
We definitely invite you to share this episode with someone who's made a difference in your fitness journey. And of course, when all the things, subscribing and following and reviewing, and just help us continue to spread the positive impact of Group X, because it is powerful
and appealing.
Oh my gosh.
That it is. You guys make it appealing.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
thank you so much, Jeffrey, for joining us today.
Yes,
It was
really
a
appreciate it.
pleasure. Love your
Oh.
light. Appreciate your light. I'm Terry Shorter.
I am Kimberly Spreenglick,
And as always, we encourage you to make it a great day. And why?
because it is a great day to have.
It sure is.
Much
Peace
love.
out.
Thank you guys.